Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the one, the only, the most epic pro wrestling podcast on the internet. Squared Circle Shenanigans.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Scotty.
And I'm Keith.
Whose phone just went off?
Yours?
That was not
Literally
mine.
yours.
Mine's right here.
Is someone's
It's
phone?
not my phone.
That's not my phone.
It's not my phone.
Keith.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Ryan.
we can't yell at him. He
Well,
pays
so
us.
that means he's not watching.
So he's good. No, they're watching it on the TV. I'm Jeremiah Goldman. Of course, this is Squared Circle Shenanigans. And
What's
today, as you can see,
We
there's
have
more
a
than just
Couple
us
special
three.
guests.
We got two special guests with us in the house today. IWR and indie wrestling sensation, the Rodrageous Rod Lee, Mr. Sucker Free himself.
What is
Yes,
poppin',
sir.
everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all feeling outrageous? Absolutely sucker free this evening? Because I hope you are.
Yes, sir.
And next
Yes,
to
sir.
him, you have graphic designer, artist, pin maker, video game tournament runner, all of this good stuff. Mr. Crazy Squirrel himself, Jimmy Rothman. Say what up to everybody.
What up, everyone?
What's up,
What's up?
Jimmy? Mr. Crazy Squirrel.
My man makes
Some days.
stickers. He makes tattoos.
He makes great stuff.
He makes.
He does.
Show that poster. Show that new thing. The new graphic we have.
Oh,
showed
where's
me.
that, Keith?
Are we for
Listen,
real
if we
not
have to
here
go-
with us right now?
It's
Like,
over there. I'll get
oh
it.
my.
Go get it.
Oh, I apologize,
Also,
folks, for the unprofessionalism. It's
He
fine.
makes all of my pins and buttons as well. I always go to my man Crazy Squirrel. He does some really good stuff. And if you go to prowrestlingtees.com/Rod
Gilly
Lee,
said
you
that's
can
his
actually
job. I
find
wasn't
a
supposed to
Crazy
get up. I
Squirrel
got in trouble,
design
everybody.
on my site and purchase it there. Plug. There we go.
Plug. Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Gilly. The
Look at
only,
this wonderful,
like, my
wonderful,
only,
wonderful
like,
piece of work.
co-worker on this show that like I can count on. Yeah,
Look at
look at that.
That's
Look at
so
that.
dope.
Look
Yeah,
who's
look
in
at
the
that.
My
center
man's
too.
always
got
making cool
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
And
me
it-
rocking my Lane's hat. You know,
Lane's
the family
hat,
business.
everything.
Jeremiah Gold Lane. You know.
Gold Lane.
Yeah,
And then Keith.
Keith, you're there,
You're Keith.
You're there,
Keith
Keith.
is Keith.
Keith
Yeah.
is also
Keith.
there.
Welcome to Keith and the Boys.
bro. Keith and the Boys is one of my favorite shows every Monday on BrainJerk Entertainment. What up, Sharon?
Happy
up,
birthday, Sharon.
Happy birthday, Sharon.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Keith
to you.
No,
Happy
no.
birthday.
Whoa, don't sing that song ever on anything live. They have like a copyright owner. Like they're
Oh.
like, yeah, that's bad. No,
Oh,
no.
right.
So-
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Almost
birthday.
copyright.
Yeah,
Keith
no,
told
we
us it was
almost.
your birthday.
thank you for Jeremiah Goldman keeping us legal
Yeah,
there.
no, we almost got like, we almost just like put us like bankrupt.
Oh God.
Oh man! By singing the freaking song.
God.
Don't talk it. I'm for real, man. Like that's why do you think you never hear it on TV? You always hear some made up version of it that's different.
Or they
Fair
just
enough.
bring her cake.
Listen, if
We
anything
should have brought a kid.
I
You
learned
never
anything
thought about
from
that?
what's going on
Like-
in Florida right now, it's you don't screw with copyright lawyers because Disney is taking them to task, and I love it.
So man,
Yeah, I don't want to mess
yeah.
with
So
anybody.
happy birthday, Sharon.
Happy birthday, Sharon.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Keith, I love how
Happy
you
birthday.
Thank you
didn't
for
wish
giving
your
us-
mom a
giving
happy
the world
birthday.
Keith.
That's kind of. I feel like that's like rude. Like that's
Listen.
like bad son
Well,
behavior.
what'd
you're
you
not
get her
gonna
for
wish
her
her
birthday?
birthday anyway. Like, life is short. Wish people happy birthday.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
When?
Keith,
On
did
her
you bring
birthday.
your mom a
birthday in
cake?
January.
Okay,
It's
well,
her
I
birthday
did.
Then why did
today.
you tell us it was her
In
birthday
May,
today?
and I don't understand why like you
It's gonna
kind of
be May.
give
It's gonna be
credit
your
for
birthday.
a
It's not
birthday.
that May.
My birthday's in May.
Oh.
Oh,
It's all right,
wow.
Sharon. We
Oh.
love you.
Oh,
Me.
well,
My
no,
birthday
stop
was
being selfish.
sadly.
my birthday was
Keith, stop
yesterday.
being selfish with all the birthday love.
Jeremiah's birthday was
Yeah,
yesterday.
my birthday was
I
yesterday.
said
you did. You
I gave
messaged
you a-
me and
I
wished me
gave
a
you a
happy
post.
birthday. You did.
I did, and then now I'm saying happy belated birthday in
Oh,
person.
thank you, buddy.
I can't believe you turned 21.
I know again for
You can
like
drink.
Hey,
for
what's 9
the
plus 10?
17th
What's
time.
9 plus 10?
what's the time?
It took me a minute.
19.
No,
There
to
we
do the
go.
real
Keith
math.
gets it.
21 for the 17th time, sir.
Oh, okay.
That's
God.
that's how us
That's
young
how it
folks
works.
say it.
Like, I'm not 30. I'm like 25. Plus
He's
five.
25 5 times.
Right.
No,
Mhm.
no. Keith is like 45. Don't let him lie to you.
Why can't I be the same age?
He fell in a vat of lotion once as a child,
It puts the lotion on his skin.
and that's now why he's so
You're
like
gonna
baby
stand
smooth.
there.
He
Only
does have
the
a straight up baby
fireworks
face.
stand.
Can I just thank the sponsor so we can start?
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right,
Go
let's
ahead.
shout out our sponsors.
Sure.
All right, we want to give a bunch of love and support and thank you to the Little Brown Jug, 8 Mile Vodka, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Drill, RPW, IWR, Deb's Floral, The Mint Cannabis, Mineral Sports Center, Mugsy's, Lane's Pizzeria,
Lane's Pizza.
The Dudes
I love
Talking
them.
Wrestling, PWE, and FU Wrestling.
Woo! FU Wrestling also.
FU Wrestling.
Thank you to all of
I
you.
think I've heard of that place.
That place is
Did
dope.
you? Did you?
Have you been there?
I've been there.
Have you?
I have. I've
Nothing,
wrestled
Keith.
there.
Once or twice?
All right. He said all right.
Every show I've been on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's consistency
own
right
it.
there. Are you?
I own it.
A word?
Yeah.
I think-
That's not a secret. That's we made that canon, so I didn't have to hide it.
I wasn't. Listen, I just like to ask questions that everyone knows the answer to. Sometimes
You know,
it's a little fun.
and if
game to
everybody's
be
like,
to play.
"Oh, he's destroying wrestling right now," well, that's like half of the point of the show. It's the most
Isn't it?
unprofessional, professionally ran business
Listen, like
in the indies.
I'm sorry, kayfabe has been dead since the '80s. We've just kind of been playing with its corpse since then.
Oh, Doc, see this. So I had a talk yesterday. I had a talk yesterday with my buddy Greg the Ref, right? Well, you know Greg the Ref. Greg the Ref. You might have seen Greg the Ref. He's around everywhere. He refs like everything. I don't know. He looks like I've heard sexy Abe Lincoln. Like if you were to put a top hat on him, he'd look just like a sexy Abe Lincoln.
Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
I like Abe
it's,
Lincoln.
it's one of the bbest descriptions I've ever heard of a human being. I was like, okay, I can see it.
I got
But-
told I look like a retired. I told this already, but I get told I look like a retired lunch lady.
I would say you look like Ron Weasley in his like after everything that happened in the in the
Exactly,
movies.
like old Ron Weasley. But I've also been
What's
told
that
I look
one-
like
what's
fat-
that-
middle-aged
fat
Ron
Ed
Weasley.
Sheeran.
Same thing. Those are the same thing.
I feel like they're being gingerist. Like they're just saying that because you're larger
Well-
and a ginger, and they're gingers.
Well,
Okay.
I'm just
Gingers
saying.
rule. Look at this. Look at that.
I think of that
Beautiful
NFL coach when I
gingerness.
look at you. That one.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, but like,
It's funny because
but like life was harder on you
do you want to know who my
at a
celebrity,
younger age.
my doppelganger, celebrity doppelganger is?
Who?
Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Imagine me, no beard. I will show
I'm
you.
imagining all of your beard and mustache on your head.
I will show you a picture of me with no beard and no mustache.
No.
And tell me I don't look like Carl. I have a whole group of
No,
friends.
no, I can't unsee it. You sit like Carl. Like you
I have
do
a
look
whole group
like
of friends that
Carl,
still to
Scotty.
this
Tell
day
him he's
refer
not
to
allowed
me
to
as
have your
Carl.
mom's number.
Oh, that's
Tell him right now.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
No. Tell him he's not allowed to have his
Oh,
mom.
him.
Yes.
You're not allowed to have my mom's number.
No mom's allowed.
No.
Why can't I have your mom's number?
You
Because
can't
my
hit
mom
on
is happily
Jimmy's
taken.
mom.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
You can hit on Jimmy's mom. Who's hitting
on
Jimmy's mom?
Carl Weezer.
All right, well, hey, Carl, llamas.
Different words, different lyrics. So
But yeah, no. So it's like it don't matter. I'm past the point. So we're here. It's the shenanigans. It's going down today. I believe we have a topic set up by Keith for Keith and the Boys podcast. So Keith, let us know the
featuring Keith
Favorite
And
Keith
the boys.
wrestlers?
boys.
This is really how you
It's a long pause. Like it's definitely
It's
put
really how you
on the
guys just
flyer.
feel, No,
Is
it was
Keith
just funny
got-
last week, and now we're just
Wow.
running with it.
Listen,
it's
listen.
an ongoing joke.
This is just
The
what's
boys.
happening.
It's
Yeah,
a good
this
running
is a new
joke.
thing. We have a group
Keith.
chat for the show, right? And then we have a group chat with just everybody but Keith,
Gilly,
where we talk about how Keith's becoming
No, he
like a
came back in, I
dictator over
think.
the show.
I think the
I love how Keith was like, wait,
main
what?
man himself
Heard my
behind the
name.
I
scenes.
got the phone issue real quick.
I heard my name.
No, and he just kind of
Ryan's probably looking for his phone.
He is. That was.
That's hilarious that Ryan's looking for us.
Could have just answered.
Well,
it.
no, it's fine. Don't do anything.
Hey,
we're in the middle of a show. I don't care.
If
So
we're-
show
what's
must
our
go
what's
on.
our topic today?
Come on,
What are we
Keith.
talking about?
Is the most entertaining / cheesy wrestlers or personas in wrestling.
The most entertaining / cheesy personas in
I
wrestling.
don't understand why entertaining / cheesy are like the same thing to you.
No, because
right, like entertaining is. different
Here's the
than
thing. I've learned something
phone
very,
thing
very
here.
important in my time on this planet. What is considered corny versus what is considered cool all depends on who does it.
Absolutely.
like-
Very true.
It's really just comes down to how you present yourself, how you carry yourself. Because I love The Rock. The Rock is one of my inspirations, is one of my favorite people
Corny.
on this planet.
You're right.
If you really break down some of the things he says, it's some of the corniest things you'll ever hear on this planet.
But
Nah,
if
The
you
Rock's
don't deliver
great.
it right.
But the way
Oh, Lane's
he
Pizzeria in the
said
house
it-
right now, by the
Well,
way.
yeah, but the
Love
way
Lane's
The Rock
Pizzeria.
says it,
Director,
the
what
way
is this
It
crap?
the way
says
The Rock commands a
dictator.
crowd, oh,
Exactly.
it's the
It says
coolest thing
dictator.
in the world. He would say he was going to beat your Rudy Poo candy ass.
And
Well,
then
What
that's-
does that even mean?
Well, it means he's gonna whoop your Rudy
Rudy
Poo
Poo
candy
candy
ass.
ass.
I mean,
Obviously,
I don't really understand
Exactly.
what you don't understand.
Exactly, I understand it. You understand
It's what's
it,
on
but
your
if you-
backside. It means you soft.
listen, the promo when The Rock talked about the about before the Armageddon Hell in the Cell, when he talked about everybody in the match, talked about Stone Cold,
One of the
talked about
greatest
Rikishi,
promos of all
talked-
times.
Everybody, and it was just
Forget it.
gold.
No,
Absolute gold.
If we talk about the best Rock promo of all time, it's the one where he murdered Billy Gunn's career. I'm sorry. That's the one where he just did irreparable damage to a man's career. And he coined a catchphrase out of it. It's amazing. It's iconic. I love it so much.
This is true.
I really like that 6-person one because he just roasted 5
He-
people's lives right there
like-
live. Bro, any promo he's a part of is good. Like the
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
the dude just knew how to talk on a mic. He was good at improvisation and just rebuttaling, dog.
especially as a heel, the Rock concert. I think I believe it was Seattle because I remember him making fun of the city. That's where they were at. But like, the shit was just funny because at first it sounds like it's gonna be all nice, and then he just healed it and just
Yeah.
tore
And then-
down the city.
I mean, in fairness, Seattle's kind of trash.
That's true. Boo. Go Niners. Fuck
Oh
Seattle.
no! If we're talking
Fuck the
football, go
Seahawks.
Seahawks. 12th
Fuck
man all
Seahawks.
day.
12 man. can
49ers
suck
are crap.
it. No.
Tell me why they're good.
Nick Bosa.
I don't even know what that is.
George
Is that
Kittle.
like a kind
Kyle
of wood you
Shanahan.
make a cabinet
Trey
out of?
Lance.
This is not
Big cock
wrestling.
Brock.
These are no people with championships.
This
I have
is
no
not
idea what
wrestling.
you're saying to me. Damn, that hurt, didn't it?
George Kittle loves wrestling.
That's cool. And he also doesn't love championships.
Not
Anyways,
yet.
ever.
But speaking of
Let's
characters
continue with
and
characters.
wrestling,
heel.
yeah, speaking of
Damn
wrestling
it.
and characters, and if you want to talk about football players
Ever.
and cool people and The Rock, we can
He's
just talk
all in
about-
one.
yeah. Well, I was just gonna go to his cousin, Roman Reigns,
Oh, the top dog, man.
who again, it kind of shows both aspects of what I'm talking about on the
Roman
way
Reigns
you
ain't
say
cheesy.
something.
You should acknage him. How
Oh,
dare you?
definitely.
That's
Watch the
now.
crowd,
the
how
entertaining
they
part.
respond
There are
to it.
cheesy ones as well.
Oh,
Roman
yeah,
Reigns
there's
is not
cheesy
cheesy,
That's what
though.
I'm saying.
But even then, if you want to talk about cheesy, you just go back to the 80s. You go back
Cheesy,
to the
but fucking entertaining.
not
Dusty
cheesy.
Rhodes.
exactly.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
old dust.
I mean, that's not the 80s. That'd be the 90s. But like,
Well,
does
that's the 80s as well.
Isaac Yankum.
Yeah.
That was
that's
cheesy.
corny and cheesy.
That was cheesy.
The
That was super
trash
cheesy.
guy.
That was nacho cheese.
Honestly, just think about the
Yeah.
two biggest names, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
Whoa. I'll allow you to talk about
yeah.
Hulk that way, but you will not talk about the Macho Man that way.
No, I
Unless
love
it's
the
just
Rock.
entertaining.
Listen,
Macho Man is
I
my
love me some
favorite.
cheese. But here's the
The
thing.
only thing
that
cheesy
voice-
about Macho Man Randy Savage was the nacho flavored Slim Jim. How dare you, Keith? See, this
No,
is
the
why that
Macho
other
Man-
chat
the
exists.
Macho Man. Listen,
over there
listen to
just
me. Listen
hating
to me.
on puppies and rainbows and unicorns and the Macho Man.
He told me
Listen,
he hates.
since when does cheesy mean bad?
Doesn't have to. Eugene.
Very true.
He usually
I watched the episode
cheesy,
of Raw when
cheesy didn't
Eugene
usually
debuted.
like, until like pizza like mean good.
There is obviously there's too much cheese. Obviously,
Like I feel like that's like
Too much
I feel like
anything.
that's where Keith went with this episode is like there's a line right like
Right,
where
and
it, where
there's
it
like a-
goes from cheesy to entertaining. But like Keith didn't say that. I came up with that analogy through his stuff myself. Like,
Right.
oh, but he's gonna take credit for it later in the
Keith
meeting
voice.
in post. It's fine though. But like you know what I mean, Scotty?
I
Like
know. It's
like
okay.
you know I get it though. I see what he was trying to do there.
Well,
well,
Keith.
Yeah, Keith, what do you got?
Keith.
Who's
Who's
the voice, Keith? Come on.
Everybody
Say
shout out
words,
Keith.
Keith.
What?
Happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sharon. Still, though, for real. For real.
Yeah, for real though. Like
Sharon,
Was it
I bring
ever
your
on
mom
the
a cake
rails?
today.
Like legitimate question. Was this ever? No.
no, we were
They were
there.
just-
We're still
Nah.
there right now. So we're talking about cheesy / entertaining.
Listen,
know
when
what I mean?
Eugene was general manager for the night, And they did musical chairs. That's one I remember watching that on TV as a teenager.
That was entertaining.
Freaking entertaining.
God,
So good.
Dying, laughing your butt off.
Okay, so I don't know if this is cheesy or not. Somebody can tell me if it is. But this is one of my first memories from wrestling. This is right before, I want to say, No Mercy Survivor Series 2003. I turn on Raw for the very first time, and I see Gene Siski walking out with a baby.
Dude, it booted it.
And he punted that baby into the crowd.
That's a 50-50
And
moment, man. That either made you a fan right then and there, or you were like, I am
really
never
like it,
watching
but
this
I loved
ever
it. Yeah.
again.
I mean,
wrestling
obviously,
after
I'm
that.
sitting
Well, I
here
know
right
you're on the
now,
couch
so-
right now, but I mean, what a pivotal moment in your
Dog,
life.
that
That's
was
one of those.
What do you think is a core memory? I never forgot that.
I can remember for a split second watching that, like, oh, thank God that was not a fucking real baby.
I died, dog. I was.
so good.
I was too young
I
to
don't remember
understand
how-
it wasn't. I was
like-
genuinely concerned.
Oh my God, they couldn't have did that. And growing up, which is, I don't know if this is cheesy, but growing up at the center down here in Monroe, we had the OPW, Outlaw Pro Wrestling. And I used to, like, when that would be the days of the shows, I would get out of school, and I'm like 13, 14 years old. I'd get off the bus at like a different bus stop and walk to the center, and they'd be still like setting up the ring and stuff. And this is like a Friday, and I get out of school like 4 o'clock, whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm over there until the start of the show, and I would help them. And then one time, I got to be one of the heels. I was there so much that I was friends with these guys. I'm still friends with these guys today, and I was part of the show. He smacked me. He asked me if he could smack me because he's a heel. He was like, but this is like a pivotal moment at this time. Like, they were a tag team if they were the CIA, and they were dude, you're killing me. I will get back to you on that one. I forgot, but they broke up, and it was the face and heel. So
Doing
it got
the
to the
Rockers.
conclusion, and like, I didn't tell my dad.
They broke up.
No, that I was gonna get smacked in the face.
Oh,
and
my
dad
God.
said, I'm like 15, 16 years old. And my dad stood up. He was pissed off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they're
yeah,
grown
it's
men.
cool.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's not cool, Scotty.
I
You're a
don't know.
child.
I
You were
know,
taking advantage of.
It was awesome.
They were taking liberties.
No, it was freaking awesome. I was part of the show.
Scotty.
I was part of the show. I mean, he didn't
Doug, you're-
smack. I mean,
Scotty,
it was
I
like
would
a
have
real,
paid
you
to
know,
see your dad's
Scotty.
reaction.
I wish there was video of it.
Scotty, I got you.
Okay.
Got you. I'm gonna make you a part of a lot of shows.
Okay. Thank you.
But no, it means I'm gonna hit you.
That's fine.
God,
As long as I can be part of the show.
Yeah, he's all right with
I
it.
hate this Juice World music generation, man. You
I
guys
see
are
Juice
just all
WRLD.
like hurt me.
I seen Juice World. I want free
It's
tickets to
a-
Juice World.
It's part of like a comedy, but it's fine.
I looked at my friend Elena and said, I'm gonna win these tickets, and then we're gonna go to this concert. And then I won those tickets.
I went to that concert.
And seen Juice World. Polo Frost. Shout out to Polo Frost. He opened up for him.
Hell yeah,
It was
That's
dope
pretty
as
dope.
fuck.
That's dope.
that's pretty dope.
It was really, yeah. So back on track.
That's really dope though.
Thank you.
So, do you have
You're
any
welcome.
examples of cheesy characters, Keith?
One of the ones I went with was the Repo Man.
The Repo Man.
See,
That's a good
Oh my
one.
the
God.
early, like the late 80s,
early-
early
That's a good one.
90s.
That
like,
new generation,
That guy-
new generation stuff. That was
He
something.
was one of the
extra.
best, Keith, and I'll tell you
there was,
why.
like,
Because he was very realistic.
That's very true.
Because the Repo Man could come and take your stuff.
He sure the fuck
Any
can.
day, man. That guy,
Repo
that
Man
guy's
is
a
a trend
villain,
right
dog.
now.
Right. So the Repo Man was Barry Darso, which was also known as Smash from Demolition.
You're a
His
smash.
character was literally based off of a Repo Man who would come and steal those stuff.
No.
Oh,
Really?
Imagine going from being one of the longest running tag champions of all time, a record that stood up until like 2018, 2019, and then from that to like a year later being a Repo Man. Just imagine how fast your head is spinning right now.
I mean, but how much money was he making though? Clearly enough. Clearly enough to walk the fuck out as a Repo Man.
Well, at that
Apparently,
point,
How many
apparently
things
not
had
enough
fun.
to go to Repo.
All right, Keith. What things did the Repo Man successfully repo in his tenure on
I really-
WWE?
I really hope he repoed somebody's title.
You got all the
He won a
facts.
title.
You have all the facts over there in your notebook. You had to have known this question was coming. He's the repo
what,
man.
Repo
So,
man. What did
so
he
what?
repo?
What did he repo? What
don't-
things did he actually repossess
I
in the
don't have a
WWE?
lot, but I have at least 4.
Oh
That's-
shit!
that's-
shit.
Damn,
that's-
Red,
that
I
is-
wasn't
yeah,
really
That
here
is
for that.
more than I expected
I
you to
didn't even
have.
think there was gonna be
by
one.
Four.
thing-
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I didn't expect any.
And the funny thing is, I didn't write them down. I just remembered them.
There we go.
Oh whoa,
One of
whoa!
Look at that big brain.
So one of them was a casket and an urn from the Undertaker.
Okay.
He got the casket and the urn.
And
Yeah.
the
Wow.
Urn.
The
Okay.
What the
Undertaker
hell
must
did
have
the
been really
Undertaker have to
behind.
get it on
So-
credit for?
So then
I wonder what-
technically,
I
didn't he
wonder
have
what
powers
Undertaker's
over
I
the
don't think it was Undertaker. I
Undertaker?
think it was Paul Bearer. He was just
Well, still, you think
didn't give him
Undertaker-
You
money.
think you would own
I-
his?
I've
You
seen
think
the
you would
Undertaker making the
own the
casket
container that holds all of your magic powers?
I think he got it back, but that was more.
Yeah, but you
Maybe,
think
like-
you would have paid that
Maybe
off?
he
That
put it
would
up as
be
collateral or
that would
something.
be like
Something,
one of the
yeah.
most important things in like my like
why-
order
was
of bills.
was this a repo man that was like repoing things from like the bank that people owed money on, or was he repoing from like a
Like a
loan
boat?
shark or
Did he
something?
get a
It's
boat?
just a bunch of random wrestling stuff, basically.
Okay.
Boat.
Yeah,
There was-
repoing their
well, there
gimmick
wasn't a
stuff.
boat,
I mean, I
but
know
there
he's
was a
repoing their
vehicle.
gimmick stuff, but
What
I mean,
was
who
the
did he work
vehicle?
for? I mean, he
It
obviously
was-
has
was it the
moonlighting as a
Jeep that
second,
DX
and a second
took to,
job. Who's he working for?
No, it's
Nitro?
worse.
Maybe he worked.
All right, so what
for
else did he
the
get? What else
WWF
did he
himself.
successfully
I don't know
repo?
for them.
why or when he decided to do this, but they decided to randomly give him Kurt Angle's electric scooter.
So he got Kurt's scooter.
What?
He repoed it.
They didn't give it to him. He took it.
Well,
Yeah, and you don't get. So I don't think you understand how repossession works.
I
Like
know.
Give me
nobody,
your- give me
nobody
your
wants
shit.
to
You
get their
didn't
shit
pay.
Well,
repossessed.
that's the whole point. Like they were saying that he was just coming out to like, you know.
Okay, so
interfere.
Kurt Angle's scooter.
Well,
Right,
this
Kurt
is just a
Angle-
random.
yeah.
This is just a random appearance, and it was a one-time thing.
Okay.
That had
You
to
just
be
showed
later,
up one
though.
day and repoed.
So he
Yeah,
got-
it was like
Imagine-
it was
All right.
weird.
imagine that happening
All right.
to you.
So he got his
Like,
scooter.
We need
like,
to get
this dude hasn't been
Repo
around
Man,
like almost
so,
5
like,
years.
IWR to come out and just take something.
All right,
Bro,
Keith.
this is so bad.
All right, Keith.
All right,
What else you got?
Yeah, you said 4. You're at 3, I think.
Two. I don't.
Two.
I count
I
Earn
need two
Coffin as
more.
one.
I don't know why, but he stole Duke the Dumpster.
He didn't
trophy.
steal it.
He
He
stole.
He was
He
working.
wait. Pause. He stole. He repoed a person.
No, he pulled their dumpster.
He repoed their
Oh,
dumpster.
Duke the dumpster's
Duke the
dumpster.
dumpster
He got
trophy.
Duke's the
Another
dumpster's
thing that you
dumpster.
would think
Yeah.
people would just own. Like, why are you? He has to work for like a loan shark or like a pawn shop or something.
It's got to be a
It was like-
pawn shop.
Was it a
because
trash can or like a whole ass
It was a
dumpster?
It was
dumpster.
literally a whole ass
Okay.
dumpster.
Did he
Okay,
come
so
out
that's
to the ring in a
3.
dumpster?
That's 3.
So like, what happens? Like, so like, all right,
How
give
do
me
you-
the next one, and then I'll ask my question real quick.
This one's the craziest.
Okay. What's crazy?
He repoed a win at a WrestleMania.
Oh,
How do you repo a win at a
That's called, like,
WrestleMania?
point
Nani?
shading. That's
Explain
illegal.
that to
I
me.
think it's illegal.
It was. I don't know why they allowed it, but there
Who's
was
win?
What match?
wrestling. It was a random like
that's-
or like a battle royal type thing.
Was it?
He
Win.
repoed their win. Like,
Yeah, like he was eliminated, but he came back in and just. won
How
some
did he?
shit.
How did he win?
So it was
How
like
did
a
he get back
repo.
in?
They said.
Did he
I didn't know
Kofi
that.
Kingston like?
Kind of.
no, he
on
just
his feet?
No, he just cheated.
he
like,
just went back in and
Well,
won.
Kobe
he
doesn't
fell
cheat.
out. Well, that's what I'm saying. He
So the
fell
ref
out.
wasn't looking.
Oh, they told him to leave, and he literally just squared back out and slid in and.
And they also okay.
And the refs were confused, but they were like, "Okay, ring the
What?
bell."
Well,
But if that doesn't count, I technically do have another one.
Okay,
Okay,
last
so
one.
that's 5. So let's go with
Last one.
Okay,
What did he? What did he
The last
take? What did he
one-
borrow from the people?
he didn't borrow. He actually did repo it, and he did try selling it. Actually, this one was part of it, and it was a title. You are correct with the title one. It was the hardcore title.
He repoed the hardcore title.
Yeah, Crash Holly was in the middle of a match with somebody, and he just
The
randomly ran up to the
24/7
ref,
rule.
took the title, and ran.
20. Oh, he didn't
Sounds
pin.
alright.
Seems
Crash?
fair.
He literally just took it.
You repoed it. Yeah, you
Middle of
don't.
a match. They
You
were
don't. You don't
fighting, the
pin
ref was just
somebody
standing
if
there,
you're
win, just
repossessing.
win.
Like that's not a. It's not a wrestling match. This is a.
24/7 rule.
And then the next
I
thing he
mean,
got
No,
on-
but that's
the
like
next
if
thing
he's
he got on
trying
the
to
show, he was at a
become
pawn shop,
champion,
like,
Scotty.
So he was never as he was never.
Yeah, he's not. He was
won
never the
title.
champion.
He just said, "Nah."
He
you
just
can't be
literally
champion here.
repossessed the title.
Apparently, Crash
Okay.
Holly owed
He
people
just-
some money and
yeah.
it wasn't allowed to be champion anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so now
Instead of
I
beating
remember
him up, they just
you
took it.
said you had a question.
Yeah, and I think I totally forgot it. So
Well, that's the merger, man.
It happens, man.
All right.
Keith
well,
took forever to explain.
Okay, so what's another
Keith
Keith
show.
character, Keith? that we can
I got a good
discuss?
one.
Oh, what we
I got a really good one, but at first we talked about this one before, but he was supposed to be fucking spectacular. He was supposed to be a monster, I think, and just be awesome. But Shockmaster.
Shockmaster is the
Shockmaster.
best,
Bedazzled
man.
storm-
He ended
Stormtrooper
his
mask.
career
Before it
Okay.
started, man.
at his debut.
How is that supposed to work? Like, explain that to me. Like, let's just say,
He was gonna
He
take off the
didn't
helmet
trip.
and be cool.
but like,
He did
was he
it.
supposed to take off the helmet because he put it back on?
Yeah, because he has
So
to
it made it
wrestle.
seem like but he was also
'Cause
supposed to
he
be voiced
probably-
by somebody else.
But he probably had a whole cool
So,
reveal,
like, but,
and then he didn't do it.
Okay, but like, what,
Yeah, there was probably a whole thing that was supposed to happen.
oh, I wish I could live in like the alternate reality where the Shockmaster actually went
Actually
off
did
without a
what it was
hitch.
supposed to
And we
do.
can, I can just so I can see what happened. Like, how was it supposed to go? What was supposed to
Like
happen?
nobody
here?
knows. Has anybody ever talked about it?
No, not like
I
that.
don't think so.
I mean, everything I've heard about is just them laughing about it because it's hilarious.
It's iconic. Like there was an action figure that came out with him in the box upside down. With
Dog.
that, like the background of the action figure is like that
it
wall.
looks like he fell through.
That's funny.
God,
Fucking
that's
spectacular.
That's funny.
memorable. That is memorable.
Speaking of action figures, though, I had. Do you remember like the Jacks, the first like set of like the Legends ones that came out? Like Mankind was one. I had Ric Flair in a suit, dope as fuck, and I was a dumbass. I just remembered this because I'm a dumbass and opened them as a kid. Today they'd be worth
So you're
much-
cheesy.
Yeah, today they'd be
Yeah.
worth so much
You
fucking
were
money.
you were a child who didn't know any better.
Could you imagine if all the shit that we
child that
had,
likes
like we
to
could
just
be
have
so
a-
rich
Oh, I'd
right
be
now.
like a billionaire,
We
Yeah.
would
dog.
be
If you
so
weren't-
rich right now
yeah,
with all
for
our
sure.
shit. That
I had
we
like all the Ninja Turtles, dog, and like depending on when a new movie drops, bro. And that's the thing too, man. All your
Well,
old
here's the
stuff,
thing,
like a new
though.
movie
I will-
drops like every 3 years for a franchise, and you just get super rich.
Problem
All
is,
right,
I'm a
Jimmy,
whole
you can
adult,
talk.
and
I'm
I'd
sorry,
still like
Rod.
to
Let
be
Jimmy
out
talk.
here.
Rod, you're talking too much. Let Jimmy talk.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, we haven't
All
heard
right,
from you in a
guys.
minute. So what do you
So-
got over here?
This one would be Oz.
Oz.
WCW.
And you're talking, and that's
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
is-
yeah.
Yep.
Well, Vinny Vegas too, but Vinny
Yep.
Vegas was cool. He wasn't. He was cheesy, but he was cool.
Listen, there is that line, and Oz was definitely on the
Oz was-
cheesy.
yeah,
weird
cheesy.
part.
Dressed up as the
Sure.
wizard.
Bro, he was
Yeah,
he was a
okay.
Wizard of Oz
Yep.
That was a really
wrestling
good one.
character, dog.
Yeah.
Dog,
Fake beard.
The Wizard
yeah.
of Oz. Is
I
a
know, I'm with you,
They
fantastic
dog.
movie.
didn't have like a Dorothy character coming out with him is a waste opportunity.
Bro, they could have did like a scary. Bro,
definitely.
there's so much they could have did.
Glacier.
Glacier.
It was supposed to be awesome.
Mortis.
What about
Glacier,
that 70s guy?
Disco
Mike
Inferno?
Awesome? Or
No, Mike Awesome.
no,
Mike
man.
Awesome.
Mike Awesome,
First of
that
all-
70s guy.
First of all, that's not even the cheesiest of his gimmicks,
And
dog.
then he
What
got
about the fat chick thriller? Yeah,
I was
that's-
getting there.
That's
Yeah.
I was
wonderful.
getting there.
But we were
You
taking
have,
to.
you have to go through the progression.
Right.
No,
gotta get
dog.
from
You got
bad
to you got
work.
you got to go
Mike
at
Awesome
it.
was
You
so
got to go
awesome,
at it
though.
like one of
He
his
tried
chicks
his
at a
best at
buffet,
everything he
dude. You
was
got to.
given.
Mike Awesome is just Mike
Like
now.
the fat chick.
The fat chicks.
Thriller, dog. He was all about the ladies plus size
Dog, that
only.
was crazy.
Me
Like
too.
Also
What
was
else do we got?
Val Venus.
Valve.
Okay.
I mean,
Entertainment.
Val Venus was all
Very
about
entertaining.
Venus was very entertaining.
Very cheesy. At the
ladies.
same time.
That's ended up
And then, bro, it had like it had
Bro.
drill screws, it had drill bits being screwed in, flowers and shit.
and then
It was all just sexual
Morley?
innuendos on that
Oh,
Titantron.
Chief.
do you when I remember watching when Chief Morley became a character on TV, I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? I know his face, and it's because he didn't have the long hair anymore. I'm like, holy shit, it's Val Venus.
So
And
by
he
the
was
time-
so
Definitely
good.
was Val Venus.
So the time I started watching wrestling, he'd already gone back to being Val Venus. Because
Oh,
like he did like the Val Venus gimmick again without any hair. And so I just kind of was like, oh, that's a thing that's happening. And then like I started going back and watching
and seeing
older
how
stuff, and I was like,
fucking cool he was.
oh,
See how
that's way
cool
different
this
than what
guy
he's
is.
doing now.
Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah.
Way different.
It was a
He
lot.
did that whole.
I love
right
Val
to
Venus. How
censor
dare
thing,
you,
too.
Scotty?
I love Val Venus too.
You do not, man.
Morley's the
Scotty, that
man.
was-
Bro, no, Scotty. Val Venus was the man. My man survived almost getting his PP cut off with a samurai sword.
He's my
Speaking
hero.
of cheesy, the whole Attitude Era was just something else.
Chainsaw Charlie. But that was wonderful. 'cause It was,
Yeah.
you know, Terry Funk.
In a pair of pantyhose on his head
He just came out with a chainsaw and said, "What's
and
good?"
overalls and a red shirt.
The only like legit memory I have of Chainsaw Charlie is getting
Pushed off a
him-
dumpster.
Cactus Jack getting
Yeah.
pushed off in the dumpster.
They
By
did
the
a
X,
lot of
yeah.
horrible things to make Foley in the 90s.
Mick Foley
accepted
did them all to
Yeah.
himself,
He
to be
loved
honest
it.
with
He
you.
loved
accepted
but
it.
He
He
did
was
it.
like, all right.
We know what is ingrained in our heads, like that moment in the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that'll always. I was waiting for it to come up.
Where is it? Oh no, man! I wish I had like a breeze.
I wanted you to do it all smooth so it didn't look like you
I'll
were
go-
looking to find it.
I'll go with another one real quick.
Go ahead.
Another one that I went with that was cheesy but entertaining was Paul Burchill.
The pirate,
Cool.
man. Pirate
I
Paul
love
Burchill.
Inspired of
Dude.
Jack Sparrow.
I wish
Who?
we got more of
He
Pirate
was
Paul.
inspired by Jack Sparrow.
By who?
Paul Burchill.
Who's Jack Sparrow?
He was from the
Okay,
Pirates of the
Vince.
Caribbean.
Oh. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, Vince.
That was the shortest throw in the history of ever, Scotty. That was.
Oh,
you didn't even.
I like pirates. and,
I think it went backwards. Like I think you threw it
Whoop, whoop. What's up,
backwards.
Josh?
You lost
I-
yards.
Hello, Josh.
yeah.
How's it going?
What up, Josh?
Josh,
Paul
What up,
Burchill
Ryan?
Took his
Ryan,
He took the
he
ball
came
with it
out
and just
swinging. He came out swinging the
ran.
one time.
Yes,
That's dope.
No, all the time. He's swinging on a rope almost all the time.
Ooh.
Do you want?
Pirate
Paul
Paul.
Burchill.
Hey,
Paul.
He waved around his sword during promos.
Arr! He talked like a
He
pirate.
did pirate stuff.
Pirates are.
But sadly, Vince had another plan for him, and he didn't want to go for it, so he was released.
Are we gonna talk about what that plan is? Because I don't want to talk about.
I
what that
do.
plan
What was
What
it?
was
Just
the plan?
imagine what was
I
going
don't know
through
what the plan
Vince's
was.
mind.
What was the
He-
plan?
Coming up with all the gimmicks.
He was trying to bang his sister.
Oh no! Listen, I thought that's with.
Well, he did that with a beaver
N-
cleaver.
Nadia and
He did that with
Nydia,
beaver
what was her
cleaver,
name?
man. It was
Nydia
like-
and
Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble.
Well, no, they were cousins.
They were cousins.
See, I think Vince has a little. Vince is weird.
Listen,
I
Well,
really
Vince
want
Vince was gonna do a storyline where he was gonna like make out with his daughter,
Yeah, that is very
I
true.
remember
These are all things he. Yeah.
but like Stephanie was like, "No,
No.
Papa, I'm
No.
good."
Here's. I wouldn't say there's entertaining and cheesiness with this because he got cheesy, but the Great Khali was a fucking phenom and a monster when his like
When he
his-
first came out.
I don't know,
with
man. Even
Undertaker,
when he got cheesy, I think he was under. I think he was more. So hear me out. The
I
problem
do like
is
the funniness.
the problem is
Khali
he was
better when
he
he
was
was a
more
comedy
he was more entertaining
For
as
sure.
a comedy character than a monster
but
because
it
he was
still
really
cheesy, though.
like, but he wasn't good at wrestling.
That's
He was-
true.
Nah, I'm
But
sorry.
we got the cool Punjabi prison match.
Well, a lot of
That's a
monsters
cool
aren't really
concept.
good.
Is
at
it?
wrestling.
So yes, it is.
This is a really cool concept.
I like the
It's a
Punjabi
cheesy
prison
concept,
match.
But that's I have also like I thought we were going to talk about cheesy match.
gimmick
Oh,
segments.
then we got the Kennel from Hell.
Good.
The Kennel from Hell, Tower of Doom, and WCW, and Uncensored 96.
Shut your
97.
face! Is
Oh,
that the triple cage?
Not the one from
No.
Ready to Rumble, but it was weird as fuck. It was like
from Uncensored.
yeah, with
Oh,
like 15
96?
people
Yes.
versus like
Hogan and
Mox-
Savage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it earlier.
What about?
And there was 2 rings. It's fucking so weird. It was so weird. WCW had so many weird concepts.
What about
Judy
Oh,
Bagwell
I'm
on a
talking about
pole
David
match,
Arquette
bro.
and
Oh my God, Judy Bagwell on a pole match.
Judy
Mm.
Bagwell on a pole
Mm.
match. I gotta like
What
like
about the King of the Mountain match as a concept? I like it.
that's
I know a
the
lot of
reverse
people-
battle royal.
No, it's a reverse ladder match.
Oh, where you gotta put the belt on the hook.
The
Yeah.
X
So-
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
hate
like
it.
hard-
hardcore TNA match.
Me too.
I really
but
don't hate that. Like it's
I-
entertaining.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be mean, but I hated Jeff Jarrett so much in TNA.
Here's the thing.
I
I
I
hated
hated
wasn't a
Jeff
fan of
Jarrett so
Jeff
much.
Jarrett.
I hated
period.
Jeff
That's
Jarrett
the
because-
best
but
Jeff
that's why
Jarrett.
I like
But he
Jeff
was
Jarrett.
so exactly.
But that's
why I
the
love
that's
him and respect
the
him now. I hated him so much as a kid.
Jeff
Fucking
Jarrett
hated
in
him so much.
TNA was like the best Jeff Jarrett.
But I wish there
Yes,
was more. A lot.
facts.
He won like 3 King of the Mountain matches.
I don't care.
He was the king of the mountain.
He owned the
This is true.
company.
He was the king of
I
the mountain.
know,
Listen, I hated Jeff Jarrett so much.
but he was a really good.
That's
heel.
why I loved it.
But
He was
now, as an
very
adult,
good
like
at
you said,
TNA,
I
dog.
so agree that I can respect the shit out of it.
Dude,
So many
that's
things that I hated as a kid, I'm like, wow. this
part of
is
the reason why
wonderful.
I'm such a huge Kurt Angle fan. Is because
Oh,
of TNA.
dude, Perk Angle. I talk about Perk Angle all
I
the time.
love TNA when it first.
Dude,
came out.
I'll talk about it all the time. His flip, bro.
Oh.
That flip.
Talk about
That was entertaining as fuck.
Dude, no, Kurt Angle is no, talk about entertaining superstars and cheesy superstars. Kurt Angle
For
is
sure.
The
exactly
milk,
that.
The milk.
Those
truck.
specific
the milk
versions,
truck is
not
better
his
than the beer
version.
truck.
Milk
Don't
Mania.
at
The
me.
beer.
No,
but
that was
the
great.
but
It is.
the
That was great.
Zamboni.
We can't talk about
Funnier,
his
yes.
version. His version's cut for the show.
Yeah.
version.
Perk angle.
Scotty's. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, you're not gonna talk about Perk Angle. I'm gonna meet him
Other
this.
angles.
I'm gonna meet him this
See?
25th.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna meet him
I'm
this
gonna
weekend.
meet him too, but I'm not gonna talk about
Yeah.
that. But
We
him,
don't talk
his
about all
flip,
the-
his flip onto Abyss and TNA off the stage,
That was
fucking
sick.
spectacular.
That was
Legendary.
absolutely
But he would have never
fantastic.
did that if he
No.
wasn't.
Listen.
Well, you're right, but we don't bring that up.
All right, so cheesiness, but gimmick match, the Ready to Rumble, fucking Triple Cage came to life on. They had one on Nitro.
Yeah, and then guess who won that match?
Is David Arquette?
I don't want to guess.
That's how it became
That was like one of the
world
greatest
champion.
championship
David R.
wins in the
fucking
history of
Cat,
ever.
man.
Even better than Vince Russo's.
No,
I hate Vince Russo and
no.
like him.
No,
as
and I
well.
actually
WCW
don't-
back then
so,
was
I
just
don't know,
weird
man.
anyways.
So
right then.
the
At
problem
the end,
is,
I grew up on
Yeah.
WCW. I watched WCW, and at the end, it was bad.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
very
really
bad. It was
bad.
so hard to watch, but I still love it. I love WCW. That's
It
how you
did
have to
get
say
hard.
it.
It
You have
did
to
get
say
hard.
WCW because that's how everybody said it.
WCW,
My favorite-
because that's how Ted Turner said it.
WC.
My
And the rap-
WCW.
I'm getting into wrestling. There's your vape
Ooh,
juice and
Breaking
vapor.
stuff.
That's fine.
Right,
breaking
he's
stuff.
dropping stuff.
I don't care. It's fine. Keep the show going. Of what? I don't want to take
Just vibing
turns.
now.
I wanna
we
take-
all
What are you guys
take
talking about?
turns.
We are talking.
Way too many conversations happening. That's all.
I feel like it's one.
No,
It is.
for a moment there.
Let them talk.
All right, Keith.
He'd have to keep
Keith
us in
and the boys.
charge. Keep us on track.
Sorry. All right. And we're back
Our,
with
our
Keith
director
and,
says we got to talk about other stuff.
we're back with Keith and
Anyway,
the boys.
Keith and the boys.
No, you said it. You know, you said the boys
Keith.
too soon.
It's and friends.
Keith and friends.
Keith and friends. Sorry.
And the
And friends.
Keith and friends.
Friends.
Anyway,
Eventually, it's just gonna be.
just Keith.
Keith.
Welcome to Keith and the Keiths with
Welcome to
Keith,
Keith
starring
and the
Keith,
Welcome to Keith and the Keith X.
edited, produced, and taped by
executive
Keith.
producer Keith.
cell phone network provided by
Directed by
Keith, Facebook created
Brain-
by Keith.
Brain Keith.
Keith
Entertainment.
invented the internet. Did you know that? And pants.
Pants.
You invented pants, Keith?
Keith invented pants.
Really? I don't know what to say anymore.
All right,
Yeah.
Tell us
the
the next
match.
topic.
What's the
Next
next?
topic.
Well, the next
Who-
big
Bra and
character.
panty
All right.
matches.
Bra and
Bra
panty
and
matches.
panty.
Bra,
Listen,
yeah.
bra and panty matches.
Those
That
are
was
those were a thing that happened.
Those
Those are a thing
like
that
for
happened.
real.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
Or
gonna
whenever it was close to Thanksgiving. And
Hear
they
me
had
out.
Bra and panty match in
In
the
the
gravy
gravy.
bowl match, dog. First of all, it has a name. How dare you? And secondly, hear me out here. I'm not defending that. It was horrible, but as
It sure
a
was.
as a teenage boy who was
Fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
who,
Listen,
who was the
Spectacular,
demographic for which that match was put on TV for, nailed it.
Listen, there's a reason
Like,
why I'm
they
not giving
nailed
my
it.
actual opinions on it because
Absolutely.
it's definitely
No,
a
it's really
product of its
awkward
time.
to talk about
Oh, yeah,
because like
definitely
it's
a product of its time.
so the problem,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's a
dude,
product
era
of
was
its
a
time,
product of its
but
time.
like, does it stand to this day? No,
Not at all.
no.
Does it age well?
But I'll watch it.
Well, they warn. It even warns you anytime there's like a bra and panties match on. If you're watching
kidding.
WWE on
They will
Peacock,
let you know.
it'll let
They
you
will
know
let,
that
they will
it's-
advertise.
Oh yeah, for
They'll
sure.
let you know like this
match.
is about to happen. Just want
They
you
don't
to
even
know.
do bra and panty matches anymore. I don't
No,
think a bra
but
and
if you
panty
watch
match.
like old
Right,
stuff
yeah.
like on the
Oh,
network.
it tells you.
Yeah.
It lets you know that hey, this is TVMA now,
Oh, it's TVMA now.
basically, and all the ECW stuff starts like that.
It's
ECW.
That
and then
makes a
they-
lot of sense.
Yep.
Watching some old school ECW, I'm like, wow.
I remember at first on the WWE Network when it was like its own thing, they were gonna like anytime Chris Benoit was gonna be on the like
There'd be a
show,
warning.
there'd be a warning label. I
Yep.
don't know why.
Trigger.
Stupid.
They have to do trigger warnings on a lot of
Because
things now.
like
I
some
mean, I
people
get it, but,
aren't
like-
okay with like seeing, you know.
Well, I watched Eugene's debut, and he was the champ at the time, running shit. It was awesome.
Mm.
I love Eugene.
Me-
I can't
me
hate on it.
too.
I
Like,
can't hate
it's
on
so
it.
good. Even when he left and then he came back and shaved his head, he was still fucking wonderful. Guys, he
No,
was
you
so
can't do that.
happy.
You can't do that,
What
Scotty.
do you got, Keith?
You're not allowed to
Oh,
do that.
I was just trying to figure
I
out.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
no, you
mean,
can't
I
do
can
that.
go with another
No,
one.
no, you can't do the hand part.
I mean, this one's kind
I
of.
can say hello.
Not
Yeah,
really
you can
that
do the
easy.
hi, it's me,
Yeah,
Eugene. You can do all that, but you just can't. If when you add the hand, it's too much.
Oh well, I did not mean.
Ready. Jimmy,
Yeah,
what do you
no,
got
it's okay.
for us?
I wouldn't say so much cheesy, but Papa Shango, man. I mean,
That was definitely cheesy.
That was
dude.
definitely cheesy and
but
entertaining,
paved
though.
the
But
way
for
for like
sure.
I love
Boogeyman,
Papa
Bray
Shango.
Wyatt,
Me too.
anybody
The
that does
Undertaker?
Undertaker.
Undertaker at first was just brought in like one of those characters like the fucking Repo Man.
Yep.
But he was also
repoed
like,
5 things.
he was also like 7 feet tall. Like,
5
Yeah.
items, but he successfully
I don't know.
repoed some big
Mean Mark
items.
Calloway had
match.
a nice name to it.
And a match.
Mean Mark Calloway, man.
Yeah.
Mean Mark Calloway.
Mean Mark.
Mean Mark.
Legend, absolutely. But Papa Shango though,
Oh, Papa Shango. Yep.
who really believed he was voodooing people? You know what I mean?
I do.
Well,
He
man,
made
as a
people-
kid,
I
you
did.
kind
He
of do
made the
believe.
Ultimate Warrior bleed
Yeah.
black goo.
This is true.
That
Yeah.
was yes, obviously real.
Super duper.
That guy was from some jungle.
Speaking
Some
of
jungle.
cheesy, talk about the Warrior by itself.
Ultimate Warrior.
What? Cheesy.
Cheesy, but very entertaining.
Cheesy. That man was just
Yeah, the
80s
rope
energy,
shake, the
dog.
rope
Shake is
shake.
legendary.
He was
as
neon.
fuck,
Bro, he was neon and cocaine, my
Okay,
guy.
there we go.
Like, what do you mean?
There we
That
go.
guy represented
There's a promo.
everything about the 80s.
There's a promo with the Rockers, Jim Neidhart, and the Ultimate Warrior all together in like for Survivor Series like 87. If you want to see pure 80s energy, go and watch
Bro, I'm
that.
telling bro,
Any
listen,
Warriors
think about it.
promos
What is
are
what was big in the
nuts.
80s, right? Cocaine, Hulk Hogan, neon colors, right? And Ultimate Warrior had all 3 of those things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
And
just
he added
telling
paint.
you.
Don't forget the paint. He added paint.
Oh, yeah,
Added
dog.
paint. Well, that was a neon.
It's neon.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I'm just
His
telling
clothes
you,
were neon
dog.
as well.
Like, the Ultimate Warrior was like an embodiment of the 80s. That's all. Like, that's what it is.
Pretty much.
That's the gimmick.
Especially even down to the music.
That's that first like kind of like awesome as fuck.
Make
that
you want to
heavy
headbang
guitar.
and watch at the same time.
Exactly.
And then he
Yeah.
runs.
And he just
And then he
running the
doesn't
whole
stop
time.
run. And then he
No matter
shakes
what.
the rope.
Gold Dust.
He's Gold Dust is
Cheesy, but one of my favorite like
I love
promo entertaining. Booker T and Gold Dust when they were a tag team, absolutely spectacular.
such a good couple.
And then I know
It's
I've
super
talked about it
cheesy,
before,
though,
but when
too,
he
but
got
it's so good.
electrocuted,
oh
Oh,
that
my
is the
god.
funniest, some of the funniest shit, and he just stutters and he did the thing.
I
after
loved
that.
it. I
Gold
love
Dust,
it.
not
Beautiful.
Med Johnson. And he gave out Med Johnson.
Oh, dude,
secret.
when he
Oh,
came
yeah,
in
yeah,
dressed
yeah.
as The Rock, bro.
Multiple things, yes.
Oh my god!
I just watched him and William Regal have their like switch your opponent match where you had to dress.
Oh, okay.
So Goldust had to wrestle as William Regal, and William Regal had to wrestle as Goldust.
I have
Not
never
like a
seen
Taboo
that.
Yeah.
Tuesday thing.
No, this was one of those like raw spin the wheel things,
Raw roulette.
Oh
raw
my
roulette
God.
dog,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
but it wasn't like it was really great because it was more. It wasn't like you have to pretend to be your opponent. No,
You just have
like
to dress
Eric,
like
Bischoff,
them.
like I think it was Bischoff, Bischoff or Flair was like, no, listen, you're now Gold Dust tonight. Like as if wrestling for a minute in that scene was just your character is a role, and they're like, yeah, well, no, your role's
That is
switched.
wild.
Oh,
And they
God.
both had the paint on, which made it better.
Oh my god. Wait, they both had the Gold Dust paint.
Gold Dust just had his paint on, but with like William Regal's outfit and a wig. And like William Regal
That's
had the
great.
full
That's
Gold
great.
Dust outfit. on.
The full Gold Dust.
And then Gold Dust won
Goldust
because
and
he
R-Truth?
well no, and then William
That
Regal
was
won
another
because
good
he
one.
hit Gold Dust with the brass knucks.
That was always cool. I always
Yeah.
remember.
But
I
it
always
was
remember
Gold Dust
hating
as William Regal that hit him with the knucks, not William Regal as Gold Dust.
That's
So
fine.
good. Yeah, it
So
was-
Gold Dust won.
yes,
What?
Technically,
like actual Gold
No,
Dust.
Dustin
William Regal won.
Yeah, no, William Regal.
Wait,
Gold
which one?
Dust
Not
as
Moss.
William Regal won.
William Regal won. Got it.
Okay.
In the record books,
We
I think
talk
it
about
says
someone
William
else
Regal
on
won.
R-Truth?
Are you?
No,
R-Truth is pretty great.
Our truth's amazing. Why do you hate our truth?
don't.
You do.
I
Why
love
are
R-Truth.
why are you so
I love our.
why are you so pouty right now, Keith?
So-
He's probably one of the most entertaining things in the history of
So-
wrestling.
We
Our
ever talk about
truth, has
our
popped,
game show.
our truth has popped everybody but Keith.
R-Truth
game
helped me
show?
prove.
He's popped
yes,
Brock
I have
Lesnar.
good
on
ideas.
WWE Network.
Our truth is amazing, Keith. How dare you? And he has been 30 forever.
Right, like
Jesus.
yeah, and
Like, he doesn't age literally and figuratively.
Right.
He looks the same as he
Black
did
don't
back
crack.
when he was K Quick.
He
Right.
does, dog.
Yeah.
He really does. He might look younger.
The only difference is like the hair color.
Yeah, and he's amazing. Like, did you see that one time where he set up a ladder in the
I love
Okay.
in the middle of a like dog? Do you not understand the greatness that is our truth?
I wish I could be behind the curtain because absolutely fucking everybody was standing there at gorilla position and watching on the monitors.
I
I was shaking their head and laughing.
Dying.
Well, not
Yep.
Keith. Keith
I mean,
hated
no.
it. Keith was at
He didn't
gorilla like,
wanna
this is
talk
the
about it.
dumbest
He
thing I
popped
ever
Brock Lesnar
watched.
in the ring.
Multiple
That's
times he has
multiple
popped Brock
When-
Lesnar.
when he breaks Brock Lesnar in the back, when he's mad as fuck, and he just like R-Truth just walks up, just fucking walks away, and he breaks him while he's supposed to be mad. It's so good. I'm talking to you, Paul Heyman. Fuck. And Paul Heyman broke. He started laughing.
Like, what? The Brock break.
If we're talking about breaking characters recently, Sammy fucking Zayn.
Oh, Sammy's
Breaking
been a
the-
pop master, dog.
Oh my gosh, Uzi. I was dying.
You can see
He's
his
not
eye
feeling
like
very-
twitching,
I-
and he
He's
was
not feeling very.
So he's not
Uzi
feeling
today.
very oos.
And then Roman just goes. Roman just smiled, but he got him. He broke him. He went, oh, and just smiled.
You didn't like that either, did
That's
you,
British.
Keith?
What?
Roman,
Sami Zayn.
the bloodline.
You don't like
He's all
Sami
right.
Zayn?
Certain parts.
Sami Zayn wrestled the Jackass crew, and then
That
a year
was one of-
later,
that
It's one of
was
the
one
greatest
that
matches
was
in
one
the
of best
history of
matches that
WrestleMania.
I
and
can
then a
give him
year
credit
later
for
was
that.
main eventing
yeah, but
WrestleMania.
that's
It's one
not
of the
saying much
greatest
of the
matches.
WrestleManias of the past.
Kevin
though.
Owens wrestled
Cheesy-
WrestleMania 2
cheesy
years in a row.
like cheesy match gimmicks. I love it, but that's what WCW did. You didn't really see that on Nitro or Thunder.
What?
So like
I have
crazy
one.
matches.
No, you did.
Later on.
Yeah, you
when
did. Towards the
Ru-
end, dog. You
when
saw him all the
Russo- yeah,
time.
all the time. But before
On a pole, dog.
I
Viagra on a
watched- I
pole.
for- it was
That was a match.
Billy
No
Kidman
way.
versus Shane Douglas.
And a Viagra on a pole to match, dog.
Yeah, that happens.
It's like a legit thing.
WCW was terrible at the end.
no.
Terrible.
You did
Yeah,
not know that?
WCW was garbage.
Bro.
I can say
I didn't really watch
WCW was
WCW.
absolute
That was
garbage
him.
at the end. But I watched it.
Yeah, gotta get
I've got
rowdy.
the WWE
I forget
she's
what
got the
pay per view it
WCW.
was, but it was from WCW in like the early 90s, like probably like 91 or 92. The match was on a fucking semi truck driving.
Oh, that was
Goldust
that
was in it.
Goldust and
Yeah,
Roddy?
it was
No,
Blacktop
Piper.
Bully and Dustin Rhodes.
No.
It was
Not
the,
Goldust, it was Dustin Reynolds.
Yeah, it was Dustin Rhodes and Blacktop Bully.
Yeah, and
I
they
don't know what
fucking
that is.
wrestled.
Yeah, they wrestled on a semi-track. It was about, I think it was like 95 actually.
Yep, and they had this. They started at the end.
And they had to get all the way to the
I know
front
what
of
you're talking
the
about. I
bed
can't
of the
remember
truck.
match,
idea.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's real.
I have no
Absolute
idea.
spectacular match. I watched all of it. It was
What about
beautiful.
what about one of the greatest wrestling matches ever, where Hulk Hogan fought the Giant on monster trucks on top of his Kobo, whatever it was, downtown, and then they killed the Giant because he
They killed
or
Mickey
was it
James
the
and
Giant
stuff.
that got killed or Hogan? I
Oh,
think
no,
the
they-
Giant
they-
got
the
killed.
Giant got killed. He got
The
pushed
Giant
off
got
of the-
killed off. Yeah, he got pushed
and
off the roof
and
in a
then everyone was
monster
like,
truck.
Oh my god, he's dead. No, it wasn't in the monster truck. He got out of the monster truck, and they
Oh.
pushed him off. And they were like, "Oh my god, they killed the Giant!"
But then,
then-
the Giant came back to life with a Yeti that was a mummy, and,
they
a mummy
dry-humped-
named Yeti, and they dry
was
humped Hulk
hibernating.
Hogan into submission.
He was
No, not
hibernating.
just submission. They just dry humped him, and the match was over. It wasn't even into
They
submission.
dry humped him into submission, Rod.
So listen,
He
All
could
right.
no longer continue. All his juices were drained.
No, that you don't know
you're not
Hulkamania.
just
You thought he would
talking.
give up? No, they just said the match is over. Jimmy Hart screwed.
Prefer not to.
What?
Keith wants to say something.
All right, Keith.
Prefers to all hear each other instead of talk over each other.
All right, my bad.
Sorry, Keith.
Jesus.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday, Keith. You want to
Anyways,
get
I
hacky?
had an idea for the match part and another entertaining person,
Okay.
which was it came from random the pool match, but it was from AEW and it's the Mimosa match with Grandpa Jericho and Orange Cassidy fighting, and they threw each other in a gigantic orange mimosa. Like,
Oh, I
why?
remember that.
Because
It was
orange
very
shoes.
Orange
random, but
juice.
why?
Because
That
orange
was during
shoes.
COVID, right? When they were at the
Yeah, I
amphitheater.
think so, yeah.
Because COVID and orange juice.
Because yeah.
Got to get your vitamin C.
But
Kobe
it was
brought
just-
on
Because
You gotta
first of all,
concentrate.
because he don't. There was a whole storyline to it.
I
Because he
know.
or then what do you mean? Why did it
Yeah, I meant,
happen?
like, why they build up to that instead of just a normal match or something?
Because a normal match is stupid. Why just wrestle when you can throw your opponent into a pool full of mimosa? I
Do you
don't.
remember they're wrestling in front of absolutely nobody?
Yeah, like I
They
don't.
had to be very entertaining and like.
Got it.
How would you guys feel? How would think about it? If
Normal
there
wrestling
absolutely
was
zero
boring.
people watching you wrestle would you
During
be
the
able to do
COVID
it?
era, it was hard,
Oh.
man.
We were wrestling out in like the yard.
I remember
We
that.
were
People
wrestling in
wrestled
random
back-
people.
It's really hard,
And you had
man.
to since there was all the restrictions, it was like you had to be in a private Facebook invite to get. All right, it'll be at this address.
No
You guys-
noise, dog, was hard.
was
Like
crazy.
like
It
no
was
noise
weird.
shows are hard. So you know what? If we got to be entertained by throwing each other into a pool of mimosa, Keith,
It's a good
we
show.
will.
Has anyone here
Mimosa.
gone back and watched WrestleMania 36?
Yeah.
It's just complete utter silence.
Cinematic matches.
It's, The cinematic
I mean-
matches made it.
Yeah, but like everything else was just
Yeah, I'm not watching
Painful.
those.
I
watch.
really wish they would have came up with that concept for Taker a few years ago, so there could have been more of those because it was wonderful,
Keith
and we
hates
could probably
puppies.
still have more of him if
What
they
are you
did
on
it like
about
that.
now?
Because I
Right.
know they recorded those
hate
things
the
in, like,
mimosa
10 hours.
match. Hate.
So it was like cut. Now you guys go over here and do this. So he didn't have to work as much.
That's how I feel, Keith. You hate everything. You hate our truth. He's an American treasure,
I did-
and you hate him.
hated
He's
it.
like on Ryan Reynolds status, and you hate him. I just can't with you
Yeah,
today.
dude, he could be like the wrestling Deadpool.
He is the wrestling Deadpool, and Keith
Ryan
hates
Reynolds
him.
Literally is Deadpool.
No, but our truth is wrestling's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything he's been given. Remember when they were in overseas? I was like London or whatever, and he's the heel and fucking lit the cigarette, just blew it in Morrison's face.
Yeah,
Bro.
Like he was really good at being a bad guy. Like he
that was
should have been a
rather
champion.
rude.
One of the first TNA world champions too.
Oh, dog, he was the first
NWA.
African American NWA heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he was. That
Beautiful.
was the first. Very
Oh, no, but very storied career, man. Like,
amazing fact that he's been wrestling for like almost 30
What'd
years.
you find?
and he has a rap
The
career.
IWR poster.
All right, Keith, give us another one, if you will.
You got the IWR poster over there?
Yeah,
think
Suck
we
Eye
should-
Sam's on it.
I think we should talk about a
gross.
few of
Show it off. though.
Some of-
Show
some
it
of
off.
the
I think we should talk
IW
about
running-
a few of the
Wait, we're
the
talking about
the
IWR for a
indie IWR superstars.
We are. We're going to be talking about indie IWR,
Sorry, wrong.
cheesy
There we go.
and
Now you got
entertaining.
it in there.
But look at that. It's beautiful.
Let me see it.
Look who's on it. There's a bunch of people on it.
So I think
I'm not.
I feel like I
I'm
should
not
start.
on
okay.
it.
You both should be on.
I
it.
should be.
I feel like
I'm
I
not
should
on that
start
one
off
either.
an easier one, and I feel like
Care
a
Bear,
really entertaining
Take it up with the
Mr.
designer.
Monroe
Shtick
Pop Fest.
would be Kenny Urban.
What about Kenny
What?
Urban?
What about
He's a
Kenny?
super
What about
entertaining
Kenny?
Well, what
person.
about Kenny
Listen,
Urban?
let me-
Oh,
let
yeah,
me-
the guy I'm tagging with.
Kenny.
Fucking
Talking about
wonderful.
entertaining.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
entertaining.
Goose is
man. That's a
entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Kenny,
individual.
I
Goose
love
is
you,
entertaining
Kenny.
and
If you're
Kenny's
watching
corny.
Kenny, my
Cheesy.
pinky's up. And I'm
That
not
too.
putting
What
that
up,
down
Ken?
the
Love you,
whole
baby.
time. I don't know.
I
if
love
you're watching,
Kenny.
but we love you.
Hi, Kenny. Love
Hey,
you.
Kenny.
Goose. Tell Goose I said
Hi,
what up, though. That's my.
Goose.
Shh.
So you guys know that I'm tagging with
Oh,
Kenny
show.
at the next show, right?
Are you?
Yeah.
Against
They
who?
Didn't
just
say I
announced it today.
Oh, with you DBA, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
you're,
gonna
and you're
be-
taking on
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be
the
me.
most amazing team in all of IWR minus the Gold Reserve. Gold Reserve #1 obs. We beat you. We did.
That
That's
wasn't a
legit
fluke.
though. That wasn't a
But
fluke. It
you
happened.
guys can't
Listen.
don't get mad at each other. You were just managing. You
I'm
can't-
not mad. I'm
Listen,
not mad
it's
at
fine.
it.
We're all
I'm not
friends.
mad. I'm
We're
not
all
mad.
friends.
Don't be
Everybody-
mad.
it
All right.
happens. It
I'm
happens.
not a
It's
sore
fine.
winner,
All right.
Scotty.
I
Scotty.
don't want this. This
Listen.
was used at IWR.
Well, what were you
That's
saying
true.
about
Who
my
signed
match?
it?
Don't
What
wanna
about
use
it?
as
Oh, you're
for
taking
Circle
on
Shenanigans.
the A team, dog, and they're like one of the most dominant forces.
Ooh, Jeremiah,
Listen,
just stop talking.
I
We don't
have
like
been waiting.
What do you know? What
for
don't you
this.
like? First of
I
all,
live in Monroe, Michigan.
you
not
live in Monroe,
Listen,
Ontario,
listen, I got
Canada.
some things to say about
Dog,
this.
I
got
love
some-
Monroe, Ontario,
Hey, listen,
Canada.
I want to hear
Something to
what
say
Rod
about
has to say.
I have been waiting for this match for about a year now because I don't know if you remember this. A year ago, this
CWO.
almost to the day, I was supposed to
Canadian
tag with
World Order.
Rhino to take on the A team. And
I
what
remember.
happened?
Yep.
What happened? They jumped me from the beginning, maced us, and they took us out before the match even happened.
Yeah, really
And
made me upset.
Through circumstances, I was not able to get my rematch.
Hmm.
So I have been waiting for a long time for this.
I'm
and
super
I
duper
am
excited. for
very,
it.
very
is gonna be
prepared for
exciting.
this.
Yep.
Because
I'm excited.
listen,
You have to,
don't
man. Gotta be.
Rodriguez does one thing, and that is get his lick back. So on what is it, June 15th, right? On June 15th, we are going to go from Oh Canada
That's right.
to oh my God, how do I get the Rodriguez's size 12 shoe from betwixt my cheeks real quick?
I'm ready.
Well said.
Well,
Bro, I can't wait to eat Timbits in
Also-
celebration of Team Canada's
boo,
victory.
boo, Duncan.
I'm gonna
I don't know if that's gonna.
Don't get mad at me, dog. I'm just listen.
I'm just bullying
Listen,
who you
I
like.
will sneak you a plate of the
Tim Hortons is
poutine,
Canadian,
all right,
not
from the
Dunkin'.
back.
This is my.
Everybody loves. What do you mean?
Gravy.
Everybody
the
loves
Canadians,
gravy, cheese curds,
Sorry.
and French fries. Nothing about that sounds
John A.
unappealing.
Bravo.
John, capital A. Bravo.
Capital is Lansing, Michigan.
First of all, Lansing, Michigan is a real place, but Monroe, Ontario, Canada is also a real place.
That's not
And,
true.
and you can catch IWR
Okay.
June 15th there.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay, but don't confuse the people. It's actually
I'm
in,
gonna watch
Monroe,
what the
Michigan.
Rod
Ontario,
Rangers
Canada.
won. And the most dangerous man in Michigan. And who else? Is your
And- and Kenny Urban.
Oh, I know you said that. Look at that. So you have a lot of help.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be wonderful. You have the
It's
most
gonna be
dangerous man in
amazing.
this. You have his uncle.
You
You're not
got
even gonna
the-
root for your uncle. Wow.
I'm rooting for DBA always to win, but that doesn't mean that.
Wow.
Bad nephew.
First
bad
of all,
nephew.
listen,
No.
just because I like, all right, hold on. Just because I like the quarterback for his team doesn't mean I got to think the offensive and defensive line got anything. All right. Yeah. Anyways,
I get that, but
I
Okay,
know they
they're gonna
don't.
win.
We beat them. Am I wrong?
Just because
You're
you
not
beat us
wrong.
when our first ever
wrong.
time we were tagging does not mean we haven't
It
been
means
in
a
the line
lot.
for
It
tagging.
means everything.
No,
What'd you
it
guys
means
do? Go play more air hockey?
Listen,
Whoa.
one, no. Yes, we did.
Because I'm gonna
actually.
tell
That
you.
was
Because
fun.
I'm gonna tell
you
you.
play air
'cause
hockey.
Right. What did you
Oh,
do?
I'm a champion at air
It's
hockey,
Canadian.
so I
Really?
don't even need to
Actual-
practice that.
That's fair.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
then
even
I'm
need to
definitely beating
practice
that.
like him. But next,
The real question is, can you beat me in Mario Kart?
I can beat you in anything.
No, you
I'm
can't.
Jeremiah
Well,
Goldman.
that's the video game.
I'm the
man.
best.
Okay.
You have
Like,
the
I'm
video
towed
game
up in this
specialist
mother.
in here.
Come on, I'll whoop you in any game you want to
Mario
lose
Party.
in.
I would
Okay.
off. We should have a squared
I hear
circle.
But
I
Shenanigans
digress, I
Mario
digress.
Party
We should definitely
tournament.
do that.
The Canadian Special Forces, dog, and who's their partner? It's the Special Forces, and who's their third?
Who cares?
It matters.
Oh,
I think is it King?
No.
It's not
because
King
Big
Latimer.
Khan's gonna kick
So
King Latimer's ass.
Who's the third
Yes,
member
he
of
is.
Team Canada
Yes,
you're
he
going up
is.
against?
It's-
Oh no, it's the big bad wolf, Ace Evans.
Oh, the new member.
The new he's not a
he's not a member
member.
at
They're
all.
paying him.
Oh,
They're giving him money.
shocker.
They're giving him
But
money.
like
Well,
that's
give
because
Tanner his
hopefully
money,
they're
but they'll
paying
pay
him in
somebody else.
American.
Well,
not
Tanner
Canadian.
first
Nix
of
is the
all,
man.
Interesting.
pause. First of all, Tanner
Interesting.
had that
These
check for
Canadians
like
are shady.
you. Like, I know you don't like them, but like,
Obviously, I don't
can
like
you
them.
also agree here though that the Tanner check issue isn't their fault? Tanner just needs to go to a bank and cash
They
that
don't
check.
cash Canadian checks. And
Yes, they do. There's literally an ATM on the border at the what's it called? The
Okay, but
the
if you
shop
go to-
where you can get the tax,
but
the
if you go
duty
to
free
that
shop.
Canada
If you
check,
go
there's
that
no
way, you
money in
have
there.
to go to
What's going on?
Canada.
Huh?
If you go that way, it says no re-entry. You have to go.
Yeah.
And what
And
happens
then
when
you
go
just
to a
go
bank
get some
and there's no money in
poutine
there?
and you eat some delicious Canadian food, okay? And then, you come back. Oh man. You just made what was it, 1,000?
No, I don't.
No,
Is it pounds?
How much was the
No,
check
They
for?
don't. That's
Or is it
Those is
shekels?
euros.
Canadian shekels?
shekels.
It's loonies
It's
and
loonies and
toonies.
toonies, which it sounds made up. Trust me, it does
It's
not sound
not.
like real money.
That's the name of the $1 and the $2
It
coin.
doesn't sound like real money. Like if you told me you're
Let
gonna
me get a
hand me,
loony, eh?
if you told me
Sorry.
you're gonna hand me like 20 toonies to go buy some food, I would be like, okay, can I have real money too?
Can I
Like,
have,
Well, they
like,
just call it
$20?
dollars. The toonie and the loony are literally just those coins, Rod.
I understand that, but I still don't think they're real.
They are real, and I
It's
know
like
you've
North
seen
Dakota,
them.
It's not real.
North Dakota, Israel also. That's
All right,
very suckerish of you.
wrestling.
Have you
We
ever been to
should,
North Dakota?
Actually,
we should get back
yes.
to
I don't
wrestling.
believe you.
Okay.
Wrestling.
I think another not cheesy but entertaining person that I enjoyed was this is actually a match that happened, which was the Ugandan giant Kamala and George the Animal Steel.
Yeah, that'd be a
Two of
very.
the most entertaining superstars in one match.
That would have a lot of
Yeah.
cheese
The
on
first
it. Now, wouldn't
3
it?
minutes of the match
Wow.
was just them trying to figure each other's characters out.
Where they were
It
just
was
slapping some
hilarious.
bellies, weren't they?
Kamala was just smacking his thing around, and George Animal
Is
Steel
that
was just
when George
walking
Animal
around
still
just
eats
staring
his
at him.
turnbuckle?
Oh yeah.
God.
He came out with his blue
Green
monkey
tongue.
thing, his green tongue.
Speaking of cheesy
Hairy-ass
and
back,
George the
yep.
Animal Steel, what about the Slammies? Especially
Oh my
the 80s
God,
version of the
yes.
Slammies.
I didn't even
Like
think
the
about that.
very first one with like, the big award show with all the people coming in with like, the different vehicles and stuff, and the giant brawl between I think it was Jim Duggan and Harley Race, and Stand Back.
Well,
that was a
Pile
great
Driver.
video.
Pile Driver.
Yes.
Pile driver.
God, that was a wild
Well,
thing that
Wait, that's the
happened.
album. Or was
Here
it
we-
the
I
album
think
and
we
song?
should thank our sponsors.
I think that was this, and we talked for I don't know how long we've been on, but
An hour.
We've been on for an hour already.
About an hour,
And-
yeah.
wow.
And I
over
feel like we
59
just started.
minutes.
I just feel like we just started, but
Yeah, I feel like we haven't gotten into
I
anything.
think that's about it for us for
We
the
gotta
talked
call it
entertaining.
rips.
everybody. Make sure they go to
Here-
IWR Ascension. One more time.
IWR June 15th. Come watch me deport some Canadians.
That's right. Go back to Canada, John A. Bravo.
Let's go watch.
Also, we got
Deportation.
Spooky's game night coming up.
That
This
will be
You want
Saturday.
to say anything about that, Jimmy?
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, I guess you.
Say-
I guess
show
I
it
can
off.
put it on the camera.
Say things. Say the words.
All right, so May 27th we'll be at our house games. It's going to be $15. All you can play, casual and tournaments. We'll have 50-50 raffle. We're also doing a canned food drive for Oaks, where one canned good will get you a raffle ticket to be entered into an NES and a copy of Super Mario Brothers.
Beautiful.
And there's no canned food limit, so the more cans you bring in, the more chances you are to win. So let's fill that pantry.
Let's
There
get
you
it
go.
done.
Let's fill it up.
That's
Love
right.
it so much. And then we also have a Monroe Pop Fest coming up soon.
Monroe
Yes,
Pop Fest. That's going to be a
and
great
September.
time.
We do have there's some Power Rangers and people coming, but
There's a
Since
big
we're-
one on
since
there.
we're-
Power Rangers.
Wrestling fans.
ones.
we got the man himself, Mr. Devon Dudley, coming
Yeah,
to
that's
Monroe,
going to be a
Michigan.
great
I
time.
heard. I also
And
heard
IWR is
Rhino's
gonna
going to be
in the building
there.
for that as well.
Absolutely.
Devon Dudley will be there. Rhino will be there.
I will definitely be there.
Certain other
gonna be
IWR superstars will be there.
I'll
At
probably
their
show up at
area.
one point.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We might be eating some bunch of food again.
One more time, we gotta thank Jimmy for this one.
Look
Oh, yeah, look at
that
that.
fantastic
Good on
piece
you.
of
That's
art
awesome.
Yours-
that we got.
Beautiful, wonderful piece of art. Oops.
Jimmy is just a great artist.
I know.
Look at that beautiful thing.
Oh,
That's perfect right there. Just hold it there. This way a little bit.
Yeah,
This
there
way
you
a
go.
little more. No, the other way. There you go.
No,
Perfect.
the other way, to the right.
Perfect.
Just
There we
in,
go.
just in front of you.
Look how
Perfect.
beautiful
why.
it is.
Look how perfect that is.
Man, I'm stupid.
Dang it.
Yeah, he's going
there you
There
go.
we go. There we go.
there you go.
I figured out.
Oh,
Yep,
that-
yep.
listen, I don't know.
You did the
why
same
I
thing
thought
too.
that
You
was
thought,
it
yep.
for the entire time.
Nothing but.
Yep, nope. It was the high
Like
one.
it took an entire hour to
I
figure
was
that
the high
out.
one.
Let's get it.
I fucking love it.
But yeah,
All right, Keith, you want to thank our sponsors one more time, my friend? Or do we have time for this day in history? One last time right before the sponsors. You got one?
Go ahead.
I have
Well, I have one,
Ooh.
kind of.
that was a
Ooh,
setup.
it's
All right,
like
go,
came-
Scott.
Came in
But
clutch. Got one.
It was on
the
my
puck.
memories today. It was a WWE live show, and it was just a house show at Little Caesars, completely sold out because Cena was there.
Oh, I went to that.
Dude, first off, I love the Usos. When they came out for the main event, I popped. When Roman Reigns came out for the main event, I popped big as fuck. But
When Cena
I used to
came
have a
out.
shirt that said "Let's go Cena?" ? And Cena sucks. Giant letters. I used to
Doesn't
hate Cena, but him coming back for that like tour of house shows, when his music hit,
Dude,
that roof, what used to be cheers from kids and then boos from, you could hear the boos from men, was just completely all cheers. The roof blew off a Little Caesars arena.
I
was
actually went to that
fucking
one. It was so
spectacular.
fun.
That's awesome.
And he tagged with Ray and Dominic,
Yeah,
which was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
nice little 6-man action. It was fun.
Mhm. Awesome. All right, Keith. All right,
Well-
Keith and the boys.
Well, that's the end of today's show. So we'd like to send a bunch of love and support and thank you to the Little Brown Jug, 8 Mile Vodka, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill,
Yummy.
Yeah.
the IWR themselves,
Yeah.
RPW, Deb's Floral, The Mint Cannabis
Woo, man.
Center,
Ooh, love, man.
Muggsy's,
We do love
Lane's
it.
Pizza,
Lane's Pizza. Go Brandon and Katie. Love you.
TW, PWE, and FU Wrestling.
FU Wrestling. Woo.
For all your
July
love and support.
7th.
Oops,
Ipsy,
oh, man.
Ann Arbor.
Foaling Warehouse, Ypsilanti, Oops All Bangers
Slide
2.
I might slide through, maybe.
It's gonna be awesome. The
We
SATs.
shall see you guys next week. Well, when we're live with Buckeye Sam.
Why are you putting your
Ooh,
Suckeye
Buckeye
Sam?
Sam.
Oh, we got
Go Blue.
Suckeye
That's a
Sam next
downgrade.
week.
Buckeye Sam.
It's a
will be-
very- it is a
love
downgrade.
to
Go
talk
Blue.
crap about him.
I am.
He's gonna sit on your couch.
No,
I
he's
don't
not.
care.
Yeah, you guys can switch. Yeah,
No,
you
this
go.
is-
I'll take
no.
Sam. It's cool.
Do you know what this man? Sorry, one more time. This
Nah.
man told me that he's a Michigan and Ohio State fan, and
You
I don't know
can't
how
do
that
that.
works. You can't,
can't
do
do
that.
that.
He goes, I like
Kinda
both
true.
of them.
You
You can't do that.
I do.
You pick one.
That's
One or the other.
Can't do
lame.
that.
I can.
How do you not like our truth, but you say something